The Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja on Monday affirmed the election of Governor Ahmed Aliyu of Sokoto State. The appellate court dismissed a petition that the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and its candidate Saidu Umar filed to challenge the declaration of Aliyu of the All Progressive Congress (APC) as the bona fide winner of the governorship election that held in the state on March 18th. In a unanimous decision, a three-member panel of justices of the court said it found no reason to disturb the verdict of the Sokoto State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal, which had earlier validated Governor Aliyu's election victory. Umar and the PDP had approached the tribunal, alleging that Aliyu and his deputy, Idris Gobier, were not eligible to contest the gubernatorial poll. The petitioners contended that Governor Idris and his deputy did not secure majority of valid votes that were cast at the election to be declared winners by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). They alleged that the election was not only marred by irregularities, but was also not conducted in substantial compliance with provisions of the Electoral Act 2022. Aside from alleging that the governor and his deputy submitted forged certificates with variation of names to INEC in aid of their qualification to contest the election, the petitioners added that electoral fraud occurred in 138 polling units in the state. However, the three-man panel tribunal, in a judgment it declared on September 30th, dismissed the petition as lacking in merits. The Justice Haruna Michela-led tribunal held that the petitioners were unable to prove any of the allegations they raised in the petition. The tribunal held that the allegation of forgery, being criminal in nature, ought to have been proved beyond reasonable doubt, a burden it said the petitioners failed to discharge. More so, the tribunal noted that 70% of exhibits the petitioners adduced before it were out of context as they relate to the State House of Assembly elections that were conducted on the same date the governorship poll held. Consequently, it dismissed the petition and affirmed the outcome of the election. While upholding the decision of tribunal on Monday, the appellate court held that most of the evidence that the petitioners produced in support of their case were legally inadmissible.
The Supreme Court has made pronouncements on this, and that is why for some of us we had already thought that since these issues had already been resolved by the Supreme Court, there shouldn't be any reason why they should be pursued again. But the fact that the right of appeal is a constitutional right, you can't fault anybody who would still want to come and litigate the same issues that have been resolved by the Supreme Court. In other places, especially like in the United States, if the Supreme Court has already resolved an issue, they will no longer allow any appellant to go beyond the Court of Appeal with that issue. But our own process and procedure allows for that, and that is why perhaps you still see these issues recurring over and over and over and over. So there was no moment any of us here on this side were fearful of the petition going, the appeal going the other way, because hey, the issues are already resolved and settled, and it's just a rehearsal of what the law is. But like you saw, even in one of the points where the lead judgment, and that is the justice who made who read the lead judgment, when he made his own personal views, the concurrent judgments differ from him, and like he said, let us all just wait for what the Supreme Court will say concerning those pronouncements. So we are fine, and we are certain that we are going to be fine, because hey, there was really no serious petition at the tribunal, and the issues raised here, most of them, like I would say, they're academic because they've already been resolved. So these ones are, like I would always encourage the public to follow this process, because we all learn, and the public will also learn from what is happening. For those of you who are here, you see the pains that the three of them took in explaining these issues in all ramifications. They didn't just make their pronouncement. They said, if I were in position to say this, this is what I would say, but this is what the law is. And that's what I feel all of us should always have in mind. We can have our own independent thoughts, we can have our own independent views on legal issues, but we should never forget that as disciples of the court, we should always lean towards and be bound by precedent.
I feel excited, so happy that this decision is a unanimous decision, which I believe any sensible person might not challenge it. All the three judges give their judgment in our favor, and they have taken the path of truth. So we thank the judiciary for this pity.
We want to commend the judicial system in this country for ensuring that justice is done, is given to whoever it is due to. And we believe this matter has been closed today. I'm not sure whether anybody will think of going on appeal again, because the matter has been finally resolved and everything is very clear today. So we thank God for what we have gotten, and I want to use this opportunity to congratulate His Excellency the Governor of Sokoto State, Ahmed Aliyu, for achieving this feat. We want to assure Nigerians and Sokoto State in particular that this new administration is all out to work for them, is all out to improve the standard of living of the people of Sokoto State, and this governor is a very serious-minded person, and we have confidence in him that he's going to deliver.
Reporting from Nigeria's state capital, Soy Bifa, Jack Rich, Top Accolade News.